Regine, dear, I'm not feeling well. I'm having difficulties in breathing and I think I'm running a fever. I can't get up from my bed. My joints hurt and my whole body feels so heavy. Is there any way you can send Lucy over to cook food for me and help me out? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Edith. I'll talk to Lucy. She can probably come. Do you want anything? I can ask her to bring you something if there's anything that you like. No, it's fine, dear. I had groceries delivered yesterday, so the pantry's well stocked. The house help took a day off, though, and I was feeling fine yesterday, so I allowed her to do so. However, when I woke up this morning, I regretted that decision. Well, Mac and I took a day off, too. We were supposed to go to the theme park. Are you sure you're okay with Lucy taking care of you? We can cancel the trip so Mac and I go there instead. Oh, I wouldn't want to disappoint my little babies. Besides, I'm sure I'll be fine here with Lucy. Okay then, Mac and I will also check on you from time to time. I'll talk to Lucy. Hey Lucy, Edith is sick. She's asking if you can come over to cook for her and take care of her until she feels better. I can go there tomorrow. No, she's sick today. She needs to eat today. She needs to be taken care of today. She needs you today. Besides, it's not like you have anything better to do anyway. Hey, not fair. What's not fair? How could you assume that I have nothing better to do than to take care of my own mom? Well, it's not like you have a job. Besides, I can think of anything more important than taking care of your sick mother who pays for all your needs and even your luxuries. Well, for your information, even though I don't have a job, I have a life unlike some people I know. Oh, that's an idea. Why don't you go? You took the day off, right? Yes, but to spend time with the kids, I offered to go there, but Edith doesn't want to get the kids disappointed. Perhaps she's also worried that my children may catch whatever she has. Well, I can't. I'm meeting my Luke. Who the hell is Luke? My boyfriend. So you can take care of your mom because you're seeing your boyfriend? He's not just a boyfriend. He's an inspiring model who happens to have a lot of connection in Hollywood. You can stop talking about how I don't have a job and now I'm grabbing this golden opportunity. Honestly, I just don't have the energy to try to understand your reasoning. How about this? Mac and I will come to Edith while you take care of the kids. You can ask your boyfriend to come over, but he's not allowed upstairs. We will also call you from time to time to check on you. Sounds reasonable to me. Can we use the jacuzzi? No, what the hell is wrong with you? Keep an eye on the kid. Do I get paid? Will you pay the rent? Whatever. Hey, change of plans. Lucy will stay here at home and keep an eye on the kids while Mac and I will come over. Let me see. Lucy doesn't want to go here, right? Well, she has some sort of a meeting for a potential job. Yeah, right. Okay, take care. Thanks. See you. Hey, how's everything going there? Fine. Care to elaborate? The kids are playing and watching TV. Nothing to worry about. Okay, do you want to talk to Edith? Why? Well, maybe just to check on her, ask her how she's doing. That doesn't make any sense. You're there. If there's anything that I need to know, I know you'd tell me. Whatever. Okay, I'll call you again later to talk to the kid. Make sure that they get their nap. Okay. Hey, Edith says you sent her some weird tasting cookies when you went to ask for some extra money 2 days ago. She ate them last night. What were those cookies? Hey, I didn't do anything. I just baked her some cookies. I'm not accusing you of anything. Why are you getting so defensive? I'm not. And you never bake. You never cook. You're accusing me of something. Not really, but something's not right. Anyway, the doctor wants us to send the remaining cookies to the lab for testing. I'm sure they won't find anything if you didn't do anything wrong. Well, look, I can bake it. I just bought it somewhere. You're so full of crap, Lucy. I wouldn't be like that to someone who's taking care of your kids. Are you threatening my kids? No, sorry. I won't do anything to the kids. I love them. Maybe I'm just out of it since I'm so worried about Mom. The doctor will be sending a nurse over, so we'll be home soon. Oh, where are you? What do you mean? We're here at home. We found the kids lying on their bedroom floor, their doors locked from the outside. Why would you do that? Relax, we left not too long ago. They were fine. Fine, they were starving and dehydrated. What if there was an emergency? You locked them up like an animal. Don't be so dramatic. We left just a few minutes ago. We're just going to get something to eat. So you're on your way back and you're still with your boyfriend? Well, you're already there, so we can go somewhere else. How about not coming back? We'll get to that. You'll see. Where are you? They took Edith to the ER. What? Why? The nurse said she had a heart attack. I'm going to the hospital right now. I can't believe that she's gone. Really? Isn't this what you expected? What are you talking about? Well, you sent her the poisoned cookies. They weren't poisoned. Yes, they were. The lab results say so. But I never wanted to poison her. Don't play innocent. I know that you were planning to poison your mother so that you can get your inheritance. Well, too bad because she didn't leave you anything. I honestly didn't want to hurt her. And what are you talking about? She told me she's leaving everything to me because Becky's already doing great with his finances and his life, while I don't have anything. Well, you refuse to take care of her, so maybe this is her refusing to take care of you. I don't believe you. Mom loves me and I love her. Oh, keep telling yourself that. I can't believe that you had Mom change her last will. Oh, it's all about the money for you, huh? No, it's not, but Mom trusted you. My brother trusted you. We've been trusting a snake the whole time. Look, it's not so bad. Your niece and nephew will get the inheritance, so if you've been good to them, then they'll probably be good to you. Oh wait, you weren't good to them? Remember how you locked them up in their bedroom? Are you starting to regret what you did now? Besides, you don't deserve anything from your mom. She's been taking care of you your whole life, and you can't give back even just a little to her. Perhaps it's time for you to grow up and be an adult that you are. Trying my best, okay? It just hurts. My whole being hurts. Now you're being overly dramatic. It's just money after all. I'm not even talking about the money. I'm talking about my loss. Well, seeing that Edith provides all your needs, I can understand how big your loss is. Why are you being so mean? Because you need to wake up, Lucy. This is your truth. You're broke, alone, and there's no one to blame for it but you. You tried to poison your mom for God's sake. The investigation was done. I knew nothing about the poison. It was in a different packaging and someone switched the contents. Now, who would have a motive to do that? Hey, watch your tone. Why are you being defensive? I'm not. Well, the investigation as to what happened to the cookies is ongoing, so we'll see. Whatever. You know what? I can tell you'll regret what you've done pretty soon. Goodbye. You are making such wild accusations, Lucy. Am I? Those are not pure accusations. All of them are backed up by solid evidences. Why are you doing this? You're destroying my family just because of money? No, everybody needs to know the truth. Mac deserves to know the truth. Even Mom deserves to know the truth. You know what? When it's all over, when my innocence is proven, I will press counter charges. Give it a rest. See you in court. Mac is asking for a divorce. Are you happy now? That's actually long overdue. What do you know about life? What do you know about being an adult? All you do is drink, party, shop, date, and spend money on worthless stuff. I was having fun because I am young. What I don't know is what you're doing fooling around with your boss when you're married to my brother who has been nothing but faithful to you. I can't believe that you made him believe that your kids are his. I can't believe that you made Mom believe that they are her grandkids. Why do you keep on lying? Tess, don't lie, Regine. It's you who need to let go of your lies. Your whole life has been a lie and you were lying to the faces of those who love you. Who told you about my boss? Nobody needed to tell me anything. I'm not blind. I can see the uncanny resemblance between the kids and your boss. Oh, and I know that your girls, we can get away with a lie because the receptionist in the room where you and your boss checked in was a friend of mine. Well, we were there for business. Just stop it. CCTV footages, just like DNA tests, don't lie. Why are you doing this? What have I done to you to deserve this? I gave you a home and I fed you. Yes, and you'd never let me forget that for a single second. Don't worry, I didn't do it to get back at how you treated me, and I'm still thankful that you let me live in your home. But I did it because you're hurting my family. You are such an ungrateful brat. I should have known that you won't stop until you have taken everything that I have. Did you make it some sort of a vendetta against me? If you have been honest, if you have been a faithful wife, and if you value what you have, then it wouldn't have come to this. Don't try to make me feel guilty about how you have lost everything. You did this to yourself. You did this to your family. You don't understand. I lost my husband. I lost my job. I lost everything. Even my own parents are mad at me. You're blind. You won't accept your mistakes. I did nothing but told the truth. It was the right thing to do. Can you just stop already? I have nothing left. You have your kids. You can start with that. Meg won't talk to me. All our properties are frozen because of the investigation of the case. Please ask him for money for the kids. I'll try. He's been traumatized from everything. Losing mom, learning that you were cheating on him, learning that the kids he loves so much aren't even his, and the possibility that someone close to the family tried to poison mom. You can't really blame him. He needs time. But the kids need him. I need him. You may have to look for a new job. I can't. My boss's wife is so influential that I have been having a hard time getting hired. I have been applying for a job in different companies, but not one called me back. Sorry to hear that, but I can't help you. Perhaps it's you who need to grow up. You are evil. What did I do this time? Your best friend recorded your whole conversation with her. Her conscience couldn't handle what you did. She's lying. Well, you can tell that to the police. Don't even bother running away. I'm not planning to run away. Where would I go? Eventually, they'll find me. How could you do it to Mom? She's been really nice to you. Now, don't pretend to be an angel. You've taken her for granted despite her kindness and generosity to you. Bad is trying to kill her, though. The cookies didn't kill her. No, but thinking that I was the one who tried to kill her caused her to have a heart attack? Why would you do that to her? Why would you do that to me? She died thinking that I was trying to kill her. Clearly that wasn't directly my fault. You're not just mean. You're cruel, you know that? Why did you replace the cookies? Why do you want to kill her? Fine, since I know that I deserve whatever's coming, I will now tell you everything. My boss doesn't want to have anything to do with the kids. He threatened to fire me if I do anything that will lead to the exposure of the truth, so I kept my mouth shut. You could have told Mac. What would happen to me and the kids then? What would I tell the kids? Just tell the truth. Mac is a kind person. He wouldn't have left you if you'd been honest to him. Don't know what you're talking about. But you're right, he's a kind person. Too kind for his own good. I've been complaining to him, telling him to make you leave and be an adult because you're one. Still, he said that we should give you time and that soon. You would want to stand up on your own when no one tells you to do so. Well, he knows me too well. Then I learned that your mom changed her will and she said that she's leaving everything to Meg's children. But she made Meg promise that she will take care of you as well as the kids. She just couldn't entrust the family wealth to you. But she knows that she can trust Meg and that he keep his word. So the moment that you learned about the change in the will, you decided to kill her? You can't really blame me. The future was uncertain. I need to secure my kids' needs. That's just wrong. I know. I'm just curious, why do it at my expense? Well, since she changed her will, there's a motive. The motive being that you're mad at her for leaving nothing to you. No one would believe that. Are you sure? You've been taking and taking from her even when you're fully capable of working and earning your own money. I don't think you can be that confident with your reputation. So you never really care about me? I don't have time for this drama. So what will happen now? Well, I'm gonna surrender to the police. I'm gonna tell them everything. I might have had evil plans, but only because I wanted what's best for my kids. I assume that they're with your parents right now? Yes, they are. I'm not fit to be a mother, I think. I'm actually afraid that they hate me when they grow up and learn about everything that happened. Can you blame them? Definitely not. They might even starve to death. No, that's dramatic. I'm sure your parents will take care of them. Yes, they will. It breaks my heart that I disappointed them, but I don't think I have much of a choice. My kids had a great life ahead of them, and I messed them all up. Technically, they will not inherit a single cent from my mom. The will says that it's for Mac's children, and it turns out that he doesn't have any. According to the lawyer, it will be divided into two with each equal part for me and for Mac. And you got what you've always wanted. What I've always wanted was to make my mom proud, and you stole that from me. Now she thinks that I hate her enough to kill her. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened to me. I feel like a different person. I feel like I've lost myself. Perhaps you could go all out in telling the truth, this time for a change. That's exactly what I'm planning to do. Perhaps I can sort of get back whatever little dignity that I have. Truly, I'm sorry for the pain that I've caused Mac, Edith, and even you. With the money that she got from the inheritance, Lucy went to college again. She wanted to be a social worker, and she wants to help out abused and deprived children. She also put aside some of the money to set up a college fund for Regine's children. This time, Lucy is serious with her studies, and she's doing well in all her classes. Regine and Mac got divorced. She's out on bail with an ongoing case for trying to poison her mother-in-law, Edith. Mac got married again to another chef, and they had 2 beautiful and healthy kids of their own. They put up their own restaurant. He kept in touch with Regine's kids and parents. He sends them money for their needs regularly, and he visits them or takes them out from time to time.
Hello, Miss Mona Martin?
Yes?
Hello, this is Gideon Spitzer with the Stone Rock Herald. How are you today?
Oh, very well. How are you, Mr. Spitzer? And please call me Mona.
Great, Mona. Well, I wanted to thank you for carving out some time for me today. I understand how busy you must be opening up your own small business.
Oh, no, it's my pleasure. I'm just grateful that you want to do a story on us. I just want as many people to know about it as possible.
Well, it's very exciting finally having an independent bookstore in our little town. I know it's something my family and friends have been wanting for a long time.
I'm just happy we're finally opening soon.
Although, I do hear there's a little matter you need to take care of first, before the opening day.
Oh, yes, a very important matter, actually.
Yes, I heard you have not yet given the store a name.
Yes, it's ridiculous, but true. But I'll have one by the end of the week. That's our deadline. So until then, you'll just have to have a placeholder.
Oh, that's no
placeholder.
Oh, that's no problem for sure. I know how you creatives can be.
Well, you don't consider yourself a creative, even as a journalist?
I suppose in some ways, but if I get too creative, I can get into trouble.
Yeah, I understand that.
So are you from Stone Rock?
Yep, born and bred, all 40 years.
And what made you interested in wanting to start a bookstore? Were you always a reader?
Definitely. I was an English major, but struggled to find my place after I graduated. I started working as a barista at a Barnes & Noble while I was working on a failed novel and just hated it.
And why was that?
Well, just all the corporate BS, you know, and they even wanted to promote me.
Right, of course. Some people aren't made for that.
Especially the kind of people who are attracted to working at bookstores, so I ended up taking some business classes, saved some money, begged for some more. And here we are, just a few months away from it finally opening.
And that Barnes & Noble that you worked for has recently announced that it's closing its doors, isn't that right?
Steakhouse, isn't that hilarious?
Well, time marches on, huh?
I suppose so, yes.
So what's going to make your store stand apart from all that corporate BS, as you say?
Well, for one, no bland espresso.
Well, then I'm already a fan.
And we'll be carrying the kinds of books that those stores don't.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can get these types of specialty books online, but there's nothing like browsing in a real bookstore.
So, what kinds of books, for instance?
Well, as you know, I consider myself part of the LGBTQ community, so there's a large representation of those books. And we also have a vast collection of pagan and occult books.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and New Age, supernatural, paranormal, anything like that, we just love.
That's very interesting. Do you think there's a market for that sort of thing in this little conservative town of ours?
Oh, absolutely. Sure, we have plenty of those types, but they're just the loudest voices, you know what I mean?
Sure. So you don't foresee any problems having that type of material at your store?
Well, no, I don't think so. We have a fairly open-minded society at this point, right? At least, it's not the 1980s anymore.
Are you referring to the Satanic Panic?
Yep, bingo. Just a bunch of kids and artists being persecuted for trying to express themselves.
Well, it's true that our little town is changing, with such an influx of new communities, new businesses, new restaurants. Do you feel like some people are resistant to that type of change?
Well, I think some people are, yeah. I think everyone can be in some ways. Change is never easy.
The old people especially, right? I mean, the older generations.
Well, no, I've met all sorts of cool old people. And everyone's entitled to their own opinions, of course, as long as they respect others while expressing it, right?
Well, that does seem to be the goal. Not that we always do in today's world, right? With such a toxic online culture and all.
Yeah, it's really rough, but I'm hoping to foster a positive environment with our store. With events for the community, like poetry readings and group events, I really want to give back.
Well, this all sounds wonderful, Mona. Thank you so much. I'll be contacting you with some follow-ups, of course.
Of course.
And hopefully you'll have a name by the time you open so we can publish the darn thing, right?
Well, I'm certainly hoping so, Gideon. In fact, I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue. Hi, Mr. Spitzer. This is Mona Martin from the bookstore.
Oh, hello, Mona. How are you? How's the store coming along? Are you any closer to a name?
I'm okay. And yeah, I'm getting closer by the day on that name, I guess, but I'm actually contacting you about something else that I was hoping you could help me with.
Oh, well, I will if I can. What seems to be the problem?
Well, I was wondering if you knew anything about the Grannies for Decency project?
Yes, I am vaguely familiar with them. They're the group that tries to keep all things evil or dirty out of the hands of pretty much everybody.
Yep, that's them. Well, I guess they have a newsletter or something, and apparently it has a pretty wide reach.
Okay.
Well, some woman named Edith Pinkton wrote an article about my store opening in it.
Did you say Edith Pinkton?
Why? Do you know who she is?
Oh, yes. Miss Pinkton has caused a great deal of trouble lately with the school libraries. What's her problem with you now?
Well, here's a quote from the article that just about sums up her position. Miss Martin's new store will sell guides to witchcraft and devil worship and products which support the wicked gay lifestyle.
Oh, well, that is very interesting. Unfortunate, but interesting.
So is that true? A lot of people read this thing?
Well, not only that, some of her columns have been picked up by larger regional online magazines. Those of the same persuasion, I mean.
Well, do they have any power? I mean, could this cause any problems for me, do you think, with the opening?
Well, that would...
And what would it depend on?
Oh, how many protests she has descended upon your store.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, that group is very much into the picketing. Very loud, too, with the megaphones and such.
Megaphones? Loud?
Oh yes, and the signs, too.
Signs, too, huh?
Great big ones, yeah, with all sorts of interesting slogans and such. They really are quite creative, some of them.
Oh, great.
But you know how these types of people are. They make a lot of noise, but once they get it out of their system, things tend to settle down. Well, usually.
Well, what do you think I should do?
What do you mean?
Should I write some type of a response to them or something?
Oh, well, no, I don't think that's quite necessary yet. I mean, we don't even know if their little newsletter's getting any traction yet.
I think maybe we do now, Gideon.
We do? What do you mean?
There's an article up on WTKL. It just put... The Grannies for Decency Project is organizing a protest for tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, that's not good.
They're planning on picketing outside the site of my store from noon to 5? Seriously?
Oh, yes, well, it is a very serious group.
So what am I supposed to do?
Well, I wish I had some advice for you, but I'm afraid of Edith Pinkton.
You're afraid of this woman?
Well, yes, she's very scary.
Can't I just, talk to her or something? Maybe try to explain to her what we're all about?
What do you mean? You want to explain something to Edith?
Yeah, I mean, just tell her that we aren't some bookstore run by witches or something. I'm just a normal woman from the community trying to start a business.
Well, I suppose you could try, but it's your funeral if it goes badly for you.
Okay, my funeral?
Oh yes, she's quite crazy, truly. If you cross her, she'll quite crazy, truly. If you cross her, she'll loose the hounds of hell on you.
Like who? What hounds?
Church groups, parent groups, politicians.
Politicians?
Who knows? These people can be quite ruthless when they really want something.
Well, what do they want?
Well, they probably don't want you to open your evil little store.
My evil little store?
Well, I'm not saying it's evil, they're saying it's evil. I mean, I don't even really read books.
Okay, well, how about you just give Miss Pinkton my number and you tell her to text me, alright?
Oh, really? You want me to have her contact you?
You probably have her number, right?
I probably have it somewhere around here, yeah.
Okay, so just have her text me and the two of us can work it out, okay?
Okay, well, I just hope you understand what you're doing.
Hello, is this Mona Marr, the owner of, well, some no-name bar? Yes, and this is Edith Pinkton, I presume? And it's not a no-name bookstore, it just doesn't have a name yet. Oh, well, hopefully if the Grannies for Decency project has anything to do with it, it will never have a name at all. So what exactly is this about, Edith? Oh, can I call you Edith? No, you may not call me by my Christian name, and you may not call me anything else either. I refuse to be associated with heathen merchants such as yourself. Except for harassing them outside of their businesses, writing articles about them, ruining them before they ever even get started, that sort of thing? Well, yes, something like that. So what are your objections to my store? We can just talk about them, have a civil adult discussion. Wouldn't that be a nice thing to do? It certainly isn't tried very often these days. And what exactly would we be talking about, Miss Martin? How you are trying to degrade our culture, corrupt our children? What? No, not at all. Come on, I know your type, so independent. Independent? You think that's a bad thing? Well, it is when you're so brazen about it. So you're just saying that you have a problem with self-expression, actually. Well, of course I don't. Self-expression is a beautiful thing, but, within limits. Oh, and how so? Well, I feel like people should be allowed to express themselves in any way they wish, as long as it doesn't offend me or any of my friends. You are out of your mind, Edith. My business plan involves charity work, helping the community. All sorts of things that I would think you would approve of, maybe even want to help with. But I guess I shouldn't expect that now. Oh, please, I don't think our, lifestyles would be prone to supporting the same charities. Ah, yes, lifestyles. Yes, my lifestyle of good, clean, patriotic living and your lifestyle of debased, debauched artistry. Haven't you ever heard of Live and Let Live, Edith? I prefer the other one. What do you mean, the other one? The song, you know what I'm talking about. You mean Live and Let Die by Paul McCartney and the Wings? Wings. Only the band the Beatles could have been. I guess I just can't imagine living my life judging other people constantly like you. Isn't it exhausting? No, actually, you end up getting used to it. It ends up helping to feed your rage. It keeps you going. Oh, well, that sounds like quite a life. Sorry, but that's not for me. Oh, of course, I forgot. You're one of those free spirits hippie types. A reader. Yeah, that's right, I'm a reader, and I believe in reading books instead of banning them. Well, I believe in raising our children in a society that still values family, values. Yeah, but there's only one problem there. Whose family are we talking about, mine or yours? What? What in the heck does that even... What? What in the heck does that even mean? I mean, people have different kinds of families, Edith. Your family doesn't just have to be your mom, dad, brother, and sisters. Well, of course it does. That's the definition of a family. A family is whoever loves and supports you. Oh, I see. You subscribe to one of those new ways of thinking, huh? Like in one of those little pagan books you sell? They're just religious and philosophical texts like any other. We have plenty of Christian books, too. We just have a lot of the pagan stuff because other bookstores don't carry them. And there's a reason that they don't carry them, because they know that we will be knocking on their doors mad as hornets. They know that we are the ones with the real power. The real power is in books. The real power is in the author's words, not in suppressing them, making noise, whining, and screaming about your values. When all you're really doing is putting people out of business and censoring knowledge of anything that your vision. We have a righteous mission here at Grannies for Decency Project, and our vision is crystal clear, young lady. It is to scrub the streets clean of filth like you who are infecting our children with wickedness and evil. You're the one trying to sell our community devilishness. Like a magnet with a Ouija board on it, a biography on Aleister Crowley, so what? All of this stuff is available on Amazon. Why aren't you outside their warehouses protesting? Well, now, why would we do that? We all use Amazon. We need it for our organization. Oh, I see. So a little independent bookstore is bad, but the massive evil corporation is good? Even though we're doing the same thing, basically. Well, you are infecting our community personally, you see. I'm infecting my community, huh? That's right, infecting it with sin and evil and corruption. They're books, Edith. They're ideas. Ideas are what help continue civilization. Well, maybe it shouldn't. What do you mean, shouldn't continue? Well, I mean, maybe it's time we all just shuffle off this mortal coil and call it a day, huh?
Wow, are you serious? That is a very dark worldview you have there.
No, it's the appropriate worldview to have in this psychotic world we find ourselves trapped in.
Yeah, well, some of that may be true, but I refuse to slip into the darkness, Edith. I will continue to read, and I will look forward to opening my store, whatever it may be called, and selling whatever books I want.
The devil's books will burn with those who sell them.
Well, that's interesting. I've never heard that one before. Hello, Mona. Oh, hi, Mr. Spitzer. How's it going? So I heard you got in touch with Edith Pinkton, yes? Oh yes, we spoke. We certainly did speak. Yes, well, she told me all about it, actually, and quite forcefully. Well, she wants me to publish a different type of article about you. One where you're a bully.
Me? A bully?
That's right. She claims that you attempted to retaliate against her after her newsletter was circulated.
Oh, that is total nonsense. She's out of her mind.
Yes, well, that may be the case, and it is the case, actually, but still, I just wanted to tell you that even though she asked, I won't be doing it.
Well, I would really appreciate that, Gideon.
Frankly, all of us at the newsroom are getting a little sick and tired of Edith.
She bothers you all there, too?
Oh, yeah, all the time, going back years, letters to the editors, picketing, all sorts of stuff.
Well, what do they want? What's their big complaint with you? All you are is a local newspaper. And not a very good one at that.
Hey, the markets have changed. The business isn't what it used to be.
I know, believe me.
Well, what I'm saying is, we're all finally prepared here at the paper to turn against Edith once and for all.
Oh, really?
So I've decided, Edith once and for all.
Oh, really?
So I've decided, and my editors have agreed, that I'd like to do a story about this little battle you've got going on with Edith and the Grannies for Decency project.
But I don't have a battle against them. I just want to open my store.
Yeah, but don't you see what a great story that is that we could sell? Tell?
What do you mean?
You know, the battles of art against censorship. We could make this into a huge story, a national story. Hey, maybe I could get a Nobel, who knows?
You know what? I don't think so, Gideon.
What? What do you mean? Why not?
I think I'm done with reporters for right now, okay? I think I just want to open my store and move on with my life. And never think about Edith Pinkton again.
Well, I have to write something about the place. Hey, did you ever think of a name yet?
Actually, yeah. A mutual acquaintance of ours gave me a great name. After a grand opening, the Devil's Books finally opened its doors on a clear during her short speech that she finally settled on the name after Edith Pinkton suggested it. The store was a resounding success. Edith got wind of the little line and attempted to put a lawsuit together, trying to get the rights to the name. The case was thrown out immediately, with prejudice. Gideon Spitzer reported on the entire event, but none of the stories were published because no one cared.